Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I'm just getting set up here to make sure I can see comments. But if you're joining me tonight for this Me Time Moment Monday, go ahead and drop in the comment how your day went. Say hello. I'd love to know if you're here. And tonight's Me Time Moment is all about at-home spa nights. So I think it's perfect content for a Monday. Mondays are not my favorite day of the week, that's for sure. So I will dive in a second here. I'll just let some people join us. Wonderful. And I have a poll for you guys here. I'm going to activate that a while. Just a quick little question just to see where everybody's at. Do you take time to rewind every week? Kind of rewind, take a look at how your week went, think about, what's ahead. Taking that time to just slow down is what that means. And so if you are with us here on the live tonight, you can go ahead and take that poll. And I'll come back to that too in just a few minutes here. And I'm just going to wait another minute here just for some people to join in, and then I'll jump right in. All right, let's see here. Perfect. So we are going to dive in and talk about some at-home spa nights. So I'm going to talk about ways that you can create an at-home spa night for yourself at home very cheaply, if not free. It's a lot easier than you might think it is. So we're going to dive right in with that. Before we dive in with some of the ideas that I have for an at-home spa night, I think it's really important to carve out time. If you're going to do this, really carve out that time to take a minute, take half an hour of your day to really just slow down and take time to enjoy a little spa time for yourself. So for me, a lot of times that looks like a Sunday evening before work for the next week, and I'm getting ready for the week ahead. It could be a Friday night as you're unwinding from the week and taking that time to kind of rewind, like our poll, and just kind of reflect on the week that you had, get ready for the weekend, the week ahead, whatever that looks like for you. So I think making that time and carving out a specific space and time for this spa experience for yourself is really important. That's going to do a lot for your mental health. Taking that time, even if it's only 5 minutes a week, but really being mindful and taking that time for yourself is important. So, for me, just to kind of give you guys an example of what that might look like I mentioned, Sunday evenings are the perfect time for me to do that because I'm getting ready for the week ahead. I'm taking the time to pick out outfits, make lunches, things like that. So, getting ready and kind of doing a little spa DIY before bedtime on a Sunday evening is perfect for me personally. And it ranges in time, honestly. It could be anywhere from 10 minutes of just kind of sitting in the quiet and doing a little spa activity to an hour of really just relaxing and unwinding before bed. So, for me, I one of my favorite things to do as a little DIY is making sugar scrubs. It's really easy, very cheap to do. It doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients, and it's something that you most likely already have in your house as far as ingredients go, which is really nice. This also makes a really fun gift. So, Christmas time, birthdays, I absolutely love making DIY spa kits for people. And sugar scrubs are my top item that I love to make for that. It makes a lot at a time, and again, it's cheap, it's easy to do, but it has a big impact. So I'm going to go through what I use for making sugar scrubs, and I have a few other things that I'll talk about tonight as well that you can use for a DIY spa night, but this is definitely the biggest one. So for sugar scrubs, you just need a few things. First and foremost, you're going to need a container of some sort to put it in. So I love finding cute little mason jars. This one, it's a little hard to see. There's some flowers on it, so that's perfect for a gift, perfect for a little treat for myself. But mason jars make perfect containers for these sugar scrubs. Usually they're like $1, $2. You can even go to a reuse it store and find them even cheaper sometimes. Another really affordable option are these little containers. perfect size for gifts, perfect for you. And you can make a big batch. They come in packs of, I think 10 or 12 from the Dollar Tree. So $1.25 gets you a lot of these, and they're perfect to hold sugar scrubs. I also found this weekend while I was out shopping, I found these two little guys in the travel section of Giant, of all places. So these are also good to use for that. Perfect size for traveling or giving gifts as well. The next thing you're going to need for your sugar scrub are the main ingredients. So you're going to need sugar of any kind. This is just what I had in my pantry, so that's what I'm using tonight. But you need about 2 cups if you're making a full batch. You can always make less or more, but this is just my little sugar container that I use tonight. And then you're going to need oil of some kind. So this is, let's see, the little travel containers I think do come in green. I did see green there. I think there was like blue, green, purple, black, and then white maybe for the top. So there are a lot of options for these. As far as the oils go for the ingredients, you're going to, you can pretty much use any type that you'd like. I know at home, ready and easy is olive oil a lot of the time. At Giant, again, yesterday, while I was looking around, I also found a very small baby oil, and I prefer using the baby oil. That's what I've always used for my sugar scrubs. But the regular oil, sunflower oil, any type of oil like that you can use, and it will do the job. The key for me with at-home spa nights is really keeping it affordable. There are tons of different sugar scrubs that you can go out and buy very easily too, if that's what you prefer. But in terms of DIY and making it yourself, for me personally, the cheaper the better. And the longer it lasts, the better as well. So when I'm making these, I like to keep it pretty much contained to what I have at home. I will say I really only bought these containers this weekend just because I knew I was doing this video for you guys, and it was a fun option. So the last ingredient that you're going to need, it's only 3 ingredients total, is some kind of body wash. Now this one, there's a lot of options for this. So you can use the body wash that you have at home. I have this lavender scented body wash that I'm going to use. In lieu of a body wash, you can also use essential oils. Whatever you'd like it to smell like, that's this ingredient. If you prefer it unscented, you can skip the 3rd ingredient altogether. So in total, it's really just 3 ingredients, some sort of oil. Again, I prefer the baby oil, but you can use olive oil, any kind of oil that you'd like. Sunflower oil too will work. And then the sugar. Those are the 2 key ingredients. From there, it's completely customizable. So like I said, mine is going to be lavender scented, and this works really nicely. It's also purple. I found out when I was prepping this, so it's just a light tint of purple for my sugar scrub here tonight, which is fun. And if you choose to use essential oils, you can use pretty much any scent that you'd like. I know lavender's popular, spearmint, oh gosh, citrusy scents are really popular. Truthfully, anything that you prefer and you like the smell of would work great. Yes, I can definitely repeat the ingredients here, and I'll keep doing so too, just in case others are tuning in. So 2 key ingredients, it's going to be some sort of oil. I'm using the baby oil, extra virgin olive oil works, sunflower oil, and sugar. Those are the 2 key ingredients that you're going to use. And then the 3rd ingredient option is completely optional. You don't have to use it at all. But if you would like it to be scented, you're going to want a body wash. I've used baby body wash before. Their nighttime baby body wash is a lavender scent. I love using that one. It's really gentle on the skin. You can use essential oils for that. Whatever you have that you'd like to use for that is awesome. And then there's some other options to just kind of customize these. So when I use these and I'm giving them as gifts, I love to use a few extra items just to kind of zhuzh it up a little bit and make it fun. So you can use dried herbs or dried flowers in it as well. It won't hurt the skin at all. It adds a little something to it. You can also use food coloring. So as I mentioned before, the body wash that I'm using is lavender and it is a little bit purple. So that is going to tint the sugar scrub slightly purple as well. So that just makes it a little extra fun. One that's really fun for Christmas time if you're giving gifts is peppermint scent, and then you can dye it pink or red. You can even do a little mix and have some white and some red and mix it together in the jar for the person. So lots of options with this, completely customizable to what you want to do and how you would like it to work for you. Oh, I see that in the comments here you don't like lavender. That's one of my favorites. I'm a sucker for lavender. So, but yeah, there's so many options for whatever scents that you like. Floral scents, you can do eucalyptus, that's a calming one, spearmint, anything that you'd like. Peppermint definitely is good for the muscles. Yeah, that's coming straight from a licensed massage therapist, so I fully trust that. So yeah, really, it's pretty simple once you have your ingredients gathered. One more time, like I mentioned, I'm using sugar. I'm using baby oil tonight, but any oil works. And then I'm using a lavender body wash. And I did mention I love using the baby nighttime body wash. It's so nice, so gentle on the skin, and smells really good. And then you're going to take all of your ingredients and you'll need a bowl. So to make I guess a normal batch amount of this sugar scrub, you're going to want 2 cups of sugar to a quarter cup of oil and body wash. If you're using essential oils instead of the body wash, you would just do a quarter cup of your oil and then however many drops you want to use for your scent. If you're leaving it unscented, skip that step. And if you're adding food coloring to color the sugar scrub, you would add it in here now as well. And so I've already pre-added my ingredients to my bowl. But basically, I'm using a shallow bowl. I halved my recipe as well because I know I don't need 2 cups worth of it right now. But I did 1 cup sugar and 1/8 cup of the oil and body wash. So once you have it all in your bowl, you're going to mix it up. And it should have a pretty thick consistency. It's not very thin. It's going to be pretty thick still. And you can add sugar to it as you'd like to get the consistency that you would like. But what that measurement got me is pretty perfect in my opinion. You're going to just mix it really well. Make sure you get all of that sugar mixed in nicely. You don't want it to just be straight sugar on the skin. That wouldn't be very comfortable. Once it's mixed, again, you can continue to add scent to it. You can add your food coloring to your preference to make it look how you'd like it to look. And then you can just put it into one of your jars. Again, if you're making gifts, you can portion it out accordingly. For myself tonight, I'm going to be using my mason jar because I think it'll hold this amount pretty perfectly. And then you are ready to use it. You're ready to go. There's not much to the sugar scrub, so it's really nice and easy. It's also a nice relaxing activity to do in preparation for your spa night. So once you have this sugar scrub, I usually use it maybe once a week, a few times a week. I don't use it every day, but it's great for legs, arms, whatever you want to use it for. But sugar scrubs are really nice for exfoliation. They help with blood circulation. That's a major plus. Dry skin, even cellulite. So sugar scrubs are pretty useful. And I think the important part to note when using a sugar scrub is that you can use that time for some mindfulness. You can take that time and use it as a reflection period. So it's great to use just on a normal day too, but I find when I'm using it for a spa night, I'll use it on my legs, I'll let it sit, do its job kind of a thing while I'm doing other things with my spa night as well. And I think it's neat because you can really take that time. Exfoliating and using a sugar scrub is very much repetitive motion. So doing little circles on your legs and arms is great. But doing motions like that, even without a sugar scrub, just kind of to calm yourself, is really great for mindfulness. So you can take that time to just slow down, stop thinking about the week, stop thinking about your to-do list for the weekend, things like that, and really just focus on taking care of yourself. I also love with, I'm making you feel sleepy. I'm about ready for bed. And like I said, I do this on Sunday nights before bed, and it's really perfect. To me, lavender is a nice kind of like sleepy time scent. For those that like lavender. So it puts me in a calm mood and I'm ready to sleep and get ready for the week ahead. Um, so with that, with the sugar scrubs, there are a lot of other things that you can do for your little spa night. And this one I think is probably the cheapest thing that I've found. It's a nice little DIY. It doesn't take much money to make, if any at all, because of the ingredients being things that you typically already have. But some other options would include like a face mask. Those you can also make yourself at home. I don't have a recipe for that to share with you tonight. That might be a future one that I do to add to your spa night regimen. But the sugar scrub you could use on your face. It's definitely gentle enough. I'm not an expert, so I don't know if the straight sugar in it would be bad for your facial skin. But as far as exfoliation, it's safe on arms and legs, so you could definitely try it. I typically do not put the sugar scrub on my face just because it's a preference. But I have some face masks that I absolutely love to use when I think of it, and a spa night is definitely the time. So I don't think I'm demonstrating tonight, but maybe in the future. So another example, like I mentioned, the face masks. This is one that I bought. I'm pretty sure this one actually came from the Dollar Tree, so it was $1.25, and it's nice and affordable. Usually, if I'm at the Dollar Tree shopping around, walking around, just kind of looking, and I come across these, I'll pick them up and save it for a nice, relaxing night. But like I said, there are definitely recipes out there for face masks. Pinterest is my best friend. You can find sugar scrub recipes on Pinterest if you'd like to get fancy but don't know where to start. You can definitely find face mask recipes as well. And then another thing that I like to do is eye masks as well. Those cooling, they're tiny little strips that you put right below your eyes. They reduce puffiness, and it's a really nice way to kind of unwind from the week when you do those, or prep for the week too. When you wake up, you can use those. A lot of stores sell those in reusable packs that you can pop in the fridge or the freezer and have ready to go. They're cold and nice for puffiness. You can also use cucumbers. They're amazing for that. I'm sure you've seen in movies. My favorite example is Princess Diaries when they put the cucumbers on her eyes as she's going through her transformation. Um, and that's a really cheap and affordable option instead of buying those fancy masks from the store. So definitely cucumbers, while it might look or feel silly, are very good for that. They're super good for at-home DIY spa nights as well. And then also in your DIY spa night, I mentioned setting the space for that and setting that time. It's definitely important that while you're doing your spa night, you're free of distractions. So, if you have little ones at home, you're setting this time when you're alone, you can focus on you. You won't have interruptions, things like that. You can tell, a husband, roommates, kids, whatever that looks like for you, that you are just taking X amount of minutes for yourself and you just need that time to decompress. I think when you eliminate those distractions, you can eliminate your phone being with you, set some music that you enjoy that calms you, really kind of set that tone for that specific time. And that's going to help you. Again, I always mention mindfulness. It's going to help you be mindful in that time frame that you've allotted. So, setting the space, setting the distractions aside, I highly recommend no phone. For me, it could be a bubble bath that you're taking as well with this at home spa night. Bring a book if you're into reading, you can relax with that. Or it could just be that you have music on and you're just going to close your eyes, put those cucumbers on, get your sugar scrub going, and just sit. sit with your thoughts. This is a great time to kind of take in those journaling practices that we talked about as well. You can sit there and while your eyes might be covered, you're not necessarily writing anything down. You can certainly you could certainly make those gratitude lists in your head that we talked about. You can sit there and reflect on what went well for the week that you just finished, what you hope to accomplish in the week ahead, whether it's with work or life or family or anything. Just taking those few minutes to just completely take the world away and think through any of the thoughts that are going through your head. Doing that and setting that time every week is just as important as doing the same thing for journaling. And so far, everything that I've talked about in me time moments can be stacked. So we've talked about some mindful doodling, mindful drawing that you can do. We've talked about journaling that you can do. And now we've talked about the spa night. And I know time is incredibly hard to find a lot of the time. So, stacking those mindful me time moments is probably the easiest way to make sure that you're continuing me time moments. So, I highly recommend taking 30 minutes every week, starting with weekly time, and then you can expand it and do daily time. Maybe you journal daily. Every morning you have a routine or at night, but then you incorporate these spa nights weekly. So you journal every day, you're getting into that routine. Now you're adding one more thing into that time frame that you've allotted, and it's just one more way to take care of yourself. So these me time moments, I didn't say it in the start of this video, normally I do, but this is presented in partnership with Hopeful Hearts Collective, which is a wonderful community for those who have experienced abuse or sexual trauma and abuse. So this is Hopeful Hearts Collective is a great way to meet other people who are maybe in similar situations, who are looking for that community and engagement with each other. It's a really wonderful group. So if you would like more information on Hopeful Hearts Collective, please feel free to email, comment, message me, whatever. We're on Facebook here, so not email necessarily, but definitely ask questions. I would love to get you in touch with that community if that is something that you're looking for. They do amazing work. They have both in-person and virtual events, virtual like Me Time moments, and it's just a great community of women to be part of. So for just a small recap here on our video tonight, we did the DIY sugar scrubs that take 2 ingredients with an optional third, and that's going to be sugar, oil of some sort, and then a scent of some sort that works for you. We talked about eye masks and face masks, really anything that really, is enjoyable for you, anything that screams slow down, relax, anything that screams spa to you. It could also be a foot soak that you pour Epsom salts into. It could be a full-on bubble bath that you use Epsom salts or your favorite body wash or anything like that. Spa nights are really great for just making it a time for you, using the things that you love, the things that you make you feel good, and taking that time to just step back, make sure you're taking care of yourself before you're taking care of others. So I am going to leave things there for tonight. I try to keep these short. This was about 25 minutes or so. So it's easy for you to watch and come back to and follow along. But as always, if you guys have any questions, either about the spa nights, the ingredients I used, anything like that, or if you have questions about Hopeful Hearts Collective, please feel free to comment or reach out. I would love to talk more about it with you. If you have ideas for future me time moments, feel free to drop those in the comments as well. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet for the next one, but I believe it's in about 2 weeks from now. So definitely keep an eye out for more information about that. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, a wonderful week ahead, and make sure that you take plenty of time for yourself to take care of you. Have a good night, everybody.